Depending on which side of the challenge you're on, judge shopping can lead to a big win for some and huge losses for others. We saw that recently in the case involving the abortion pill.
But is it fair? CBS 17's Russ Bowen is here now with today's local matters. And Russ, one lawmaker is proposing a change to the rules.
Wake County Congresswoman Deborah Ross has introduced legislation that would require a 3-judge panel for cases that have a national impact. Representative Ross uses North Carolina as an example of why she thinks it would work for both parties. I doubt many Americans had any idea what judge shopping was until about a year or so ago, when we started seeing more of that, or at least to the degree that it affected millions upon millions of Americans. There's specific examples that I'll let you get into that might have raised a red flag for you. Why are you concerned about it, and what is it that you're planning on or hoping that you can do about it?
Okay, so just to be clear, most of the time when you go to court, you don't get to pick your judge. You go to a place where there are several judges, there might be a rotation schedule or whatever. But there are a few places in the country, and sometimes even in North Carolina, but not at the federal level, where the place is so small, or in Texas's case, so large, that there's only one judge because of the population that might be there. And so what has happened is there are certain judges who would be the only judge you would get in a place, who have been identified as having a particular political perspective or ideology toward an issue. And so there is a concerted strategy to file certain lawsuits in places where you know what judge you'll get and how they'll likely rule. And so the big issue that we've been hearing about recently is the mifepristone case, or the abortion and miscarriage bill case. And so the people who wanted to get rid of mifepristone went right for that judge, and of course he ruled the way they wanted him to rule, saying it should be taken off the market for the entire country. Now, the Supreme Court, U.S. Supreme Court, has put that on hold. So the key of the bill is, if you are going to challenge either a law or the FDA approval, and the effect of the lawsuit would be to change the law for the entire country, there would have to be a 3-judge panel to find the facts, because there's less likely to be lying about the facts. When you've got 3 judges, you might have one person who dissents. You have to come to some kind of consensus. And so I've introduced this bill. It's also been introduced on the Senate side. But this is not a new idea, because in North Carolina, 2 decades ago, there was judge shopping in Johnston County for a judge to find the facts and rule on redistricting. And what the legislature did was say, no, if we're going to have a challenge to redistricting that's going to affect the whole scheme, 3-judge panel. Also, when you go and challenge redistricting in federal court, you have panels for the fact finding. And that is the thing that's different.
American electorate can sometimes live in a vacuum where they get their information, their news from, to your point about facts and full information and due diligence. If you're only watching one channel, or you're only watching the other channel on some of the cable networks, you're not getting all of the information. This helps avoid that, but in the courtroom.
Correct. So it'd be like having to watch your news on
a split screen, right?
On a split screen, or three different kinds of news, and try to sort through it again to get the facts. But this is just a good idea, and it's something that's worked well in North Carolina. I mean, Democrats have won redistricting cases, Republicans have won redistricting cases, all with this 3-judge panel of fact finders.
So Representative Ross is hopeful she will get a hearing on this. She's spoken to the chair of the court subcommittee about it. Ross also says she's open to changes in her proposal, but believes it's not partisan and doesn't just go after liberal or conservative judges. And guys, of course, we'll watch this closely and see where it goes.
All right, Russ, thank you so much.
Very interesting.